himself for it, that he might sanctify and cleanse it with the washing of water by the word. Listen, so yeah. We gotta be willing to. We gotta be willing and ready to risk and lay down our lives for our significant others, those that we love to. So Porter says, so which side of the bed y'all sleeping? Okay, so that was a serious question. Okay, which side of the bed? I'm sleeping on the side of the bed closest to the door.
Yeah, same here. I mean, I think that's a sarcastic, real question as well. As far as like the angle that we're coming from with saying that women, 99% of the women. I just, I mean, I acknowledge what you're saying, Porter, and the angle that you're coming from with it. But yeah, in my opinion, it's scenario based. I guess it's situation based. Depending on the connection that the woman has with her child, she would absolutely give up her life for her child.
So Porter said there was no sarcasm. He said half of the men don't even think of that.
Okay, got you. My bad.
I think that I think for most of us, listen, but that's me as a 40-something-year-old man having experienced life, kind of been through some things, and taking time to have that thought, because I'm the one that walks into the restaurant. I don't know about you, Ed, but I'm the one that walks into the restaurant thinking, I don't want my back towards the door because I need to see what's going on.
Yep. I always sit with my my face facing the door so I can see. She turns her back because it's my job to protect her.
Yeah, and this is something that, again, I think we need to be teaching our young men. But to go back to the original subject, listen, as a united front, as a married couple, y'all got to be able to. Hey, who is this? Oh, this is the district missionary.
Mama.
Listen, Mama.
I was wondering if that was her.
Yeah, that's definitely her. Now, Mama, this man. Listen, this man, the pastor was talking about how oftentimes in marriages, and we was just talking about it, yeah. Oftentimes in marriages, how the children end up coming between the parents, and then mom and dad is sitting on each side of the kids, and the kids are in the middle, and then the parents have an attachment to the children, but end up, especially once the children kind of graduate from high school, the parents are now strangers when the kids go off to college.
So they spent all that time pouring into the kids and forgot to still pour into each other.
Mm-hmm. And so, Mom, it's so good to see this.
Hey, Mama.
Hey, my mama.
Hey, Mama.
She gonna come check on the baby now. And we was just talking about y'all how you and Dad were together even on the live, and I've been out the house over 25 years. Mm-hmm. Y'all have spent more time as empty nesters than you have as married with children in the house. Mm-hmm. So we definitely. Oh, we got another one online. Oh, wait a minute, hold on. Mom said, "Hey, guy, who is that man?"
Hey, Dad.
Oh, my Lord. What's happening, Daddy?
Hey.
And so it's so important for, when we was talking, it's important for the parents to stay together, mm-hmm. and raising the children and still pouring into the children, but still having a united front. And matter of fact, how many of us as kids or had siblings that would go ask Mama one thing, ask Daddy, and Mama give you an answer, and my parents would be like, "What your daddy say? What your mama say?"
Right.
And then we give that answer. They would,
But then if that's what your daddy said, then that's what it is. If that's what your mama said, then we're gonna go with that.
We gonna go with that. If they said that and if mama said no,
probably I'm gonna use Porter's statistical number. Probably 99.9% of children have tried their parents that way. Let me go ask daddy since mama said no. Maybe daddy will say yes. And then I could just go do it. And then mama be like, didn't I tell you? But daddy said yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So Porter says if the woman is married, she only gets to make 50% of that decision. So then it falls on you. Porter, I dropped the link. Come on.
I'm gonna go with.
I dropped the link. Come on up.
I'm gonna go with what Mama and Dad said when they were online with us that time. They said it's 100 for 100. Mm-hmm. So both of them both parents make 100% of every decision.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's the way it should be.
Yeah, and again, I think, the United Front is powerful. Listen, the United Front is powerful. Oh, and he's talking about the situation with the, he said by law. So he was talking about the situation where if there's an issue with the child. So yeah, and that's fair. That's fair. But I think it's still incumbent upon the parents to come together and like we were just talking about being the United Front. And let me tell you something, my parents was definitely a United Front. And I'm gonna be honest with y'all, and this might sound like a little shade, but whatever. My brothers are like 6 and 7 years older than me, and I'm the youngest. You know, my older two brothers, they were kind of the test dummies for my parents, right? Like, they got some things right and got some things wrong, and they learned from their mistakes. And guess what? They got this one right. You hear me?
Hey, I say it all the time. My older brother Kevin Skiles, he always says, "Well, I'm the oldest," and I tell him, "Mama didn't get it right the first time. That's why she had me."
That's right. You know what I'm saying? But Mama said, "But you still tried us." I mean,
I know he did, Mama. Talk about it, Mama. Talk about it. And I did too. I tried my mom. And my mom was on here. She'd be telling everybody.
Parents constantly being together, constantly being that united front, constantly understanding. Your mama called me messy. She go. I knew it was gonna come across as a little shady, a little messy, but that's fine. That was okay.
Hey.
But and it's all a good fun.
You gotta crawl up under the shade every once in a while. You can't get too much sunlight, you know.
But I will say that, you know, having them always in communication, having each other as their number one, kept the children, myself, my brothers, from getting in between them. It kept church members from getting in between them. It kept family from the outside. And I got another video for y'all next week that's going to be powerful, just like this one. But it kept the outside family. They agreed on how they was going to handle the outside family. They agreed how they was going to handle friends. They agreed on, you know what I'm saying? They made sure that they agreed. And I know this now here in 2024, and I know that they had those, united fronts, and they had those conversations. They may not always had that conversation before I was born, but by the time I came around, they had actually, matter of fact, by the time I came around and I was in my teens, they had already been married for 20 years.
But see, here's the other thing that it did for you, Rev. It taught you how to do it as well. It was an example to you. Absolutely.
That's what it did. That's what I mean, really. And what my dad said, he said all children try parents. He said I watched him like they watched me. Listen. We knew about what time mom and dad was gonna get home. We started. We was at a point where we was lazy. We wasn't cleaning up the house, and we knew we had the house clean before mom and dad got home. We wait until right before they got there, and then we wanted to pick up. And you know, and
pick up. That's the word. did you pick up today? Did you pick up today? Yep, that's it. Well, you done took me back. You done took me back. Pick up.
You want to pick up. But then it taught me later on, stop waiting till the last minute. Yep. You could have been picked up. You could have been watched. You could have been watched this. But was it? I knew it. We wanted to wait till the last minute. And guess what? It looked like we just picked up and not cleaned up. Mm-hmm. Right? And so,
and when they came in the house,
and
they
so
probably
she came
said,
in.
I know y'all just now did this. I know y'all, you didn't take no time. You didn't put no time in this. I knew you just did it.
None. But what it teach me to do? Because had we just taken about 5 or 10 minutes, we could have laid around the rest of the time.
Yep.
But instead of going ahead, getting it done, work now, play later. Mm-hmm. We wanted to get on a video game. We wanted to do this. We wanted to do that. We wanted to, you know what I mean? And back then, we had the Contra. We had the Mario Brothers.
Atari.
Oh, Lord.
Man.
Duck Hunt. Oh,
with the gun.
Yeah, but again, my parents was a United Front. And they did watch it. They watched us like hawks. And let me tell you something about that. I probably shouldn't even go here right now. Daddy was the quietest walker. Now I inherited that trait. It came from running track. So in order to have great control, you learn to run quiet. If you ever were to go to a track meet and just hear and just listen from the time that they fired the gun and listen to them running, you won't hear anything.
You won't hear
you not finna hear feet touching the ground. So, and I say that just to say, I found myself sneaking up on my daughters, and I wasn't even trying to, but I just walked softly. Daddy was the same way. He was like a ghost, and he would appear.
Just from out of nowhere. Oh, dang, I didn't even know you were standing right there. Oh, man. Woo!
And don't be doing something you ain't supposed to be doing, boy. Man. You can jump right on out your skin. But guess what? When it came to discipline, when it came to, and listen, it helped me to be a disciplined young man. And these are the things that we haven't taught our young people as much, right? That goes back to subject number 1. Because if you can determine your pattern, you can determine your path. Mm-hmm. You can determine your path. You can determine your path if you can create the right patterns, create the right habits, create. You know what I'm saying? Then you can kind of determine, what your altitude is going to be.
Condition your mind
for all the right stuff. So
that's where it starts. It starts in the mind.
Right there.
The battle of life just starts in the mind.
It does. Really. It does. We had another subject. Listen, and if y'all want to comment, we happy to bring anybody in, that has something. But yeah, listen, when I tell you, daddy was, daddy be scared.